Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's June 27th, Thursday morning. Markets relatively quiet here overnight. Bull spreads continue to work, where the July is gaining on the deferred contracts and in corn, soybeans. The USDA weekly export sales numbers just released. Corn old crop 336,000 tons. That's above trade expectations, and 153,000 tons of new crop corn. That's right in the middle of the range of the trade expectations there. Soybeans old crop had 14,000 tons sold. The new crop sales were 451. That was at the high end of trade expectations. Wheat, however, good sales there, 732,000 tons. The trade was looking for between 350 and 550. So nothing extremely exciting coming out of there. A bit positive for the wheat market, however. Other news, China soybean prices continue to slide a little bit here. Crush margins there have fallen sharply in the last week or so, and that's causing soybean prices there to be under a little bit of pressure. In the U.S., however, it's a different story. The demand for meal is strong. Processors are continuing to look for soybeans, and we're hearing some new high bids on from processors for soybeans here, just because of the need to process and the positive margins they have as well. Looking at the futures market, corn open interest dropped sharply yesterday, again down 23,000 contracts, even with a higher price in the July contract. Soybean open interest was also down 9,000 contracts. So it looks like we're seeing some people getting out of the trades ahead of this USDA report. The report over the last 4 years for December corn contracts, 4 out of the last 5 years, we had a limit move in the December contract the day of the report. 3 years it was lower, 1 year was higher. So expect some volatility as we go into this report here tomorrow. Other news, South Korea bought, supposedly the news wires are reporting that they bought 1 million tons of wheat from India. They also bought cargo or two of corn from Brazil. So a good U.S. customer going other places to buy their needs, and that's concerning as we look ahead into next year, especially when we've got a larger crop and larger ending stocks potential ahead of us. We're going to have to do something to buy our demand back. On the technical note, the wheat market, July wheat, took out some support of a long trading range that we've been in, and still held the April 1st low, which is 664 3/4. If we close July wheat below that number, don't be surprised if we get some more selling pressure on that contract. We are going into wheat harvest in full swing. Weather looks like it's going to clear a little bit here, so we could have a few days of some harvest weather in the wheat market. The livestock trade, they've got a big report out tomorrow as well, a quarterly hogs and pigs report. It's going to be watched very closely there. The cutout values of pork continue to remain strong, up 145 yesterday. Beef cutout values, however, a little weaker. Choice down 106. We did have select up 59, however. So definitely a competition there for, or an example of demand. We've got good pork product demand. Beef product is struggling. Once we hit record highs, we're still trying to deal with the demand side of that equation. Cash cattle market still at a standstill. waiting for some bids to develop, which should start to develop here today. We did have a bit of good news, however. In the cattle trade, feeder cattle prices were $3 to $4 higher yesterday in Oklahoma City, possibly because of tight supplies, and the other reason might be weaker corn prices and an outlook for cheaper feed prices, which could help break evens there. So a lot of things ahead of us here. Expect a quiet session. However, once we get toward the end of the session, wouldn't be surprised for activity to pick up as traders do their adjusting of positions ahead of this USDA report tomorrow morning. The report's at 11 o'clock, but it's the last full trading session ahead of that report. So stay in touch with Allendale's Research. We'll try to keep you informed the best we can. You can reach us at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.